Yeah, so okay, effectively what happened is Saga here, she basically was told by Alan that the cult of the tree had the clicker, which is what he needs to be able to end the dark presence, or at least I guess either to fix everything. He needs the clicker. So the clicker was something that was kind of created in the first game, as like it's basically a light switch, and so the idea is that all he has to do is, if he has that, he can control light or dark kind of things, right? So as long as if he has it, then effectively he might be able to flick a switch, if you will, and kill the dark presence or something along those lines. So the cult of the tree apparently has it, and she goes to like the trailer park area, starts hearing basically from some of the residents that she used to be a resident there. And apparently the story, so because Alan Wake has a story that he's writing which is affecting reality, she's kind of apparently been written into the story or been changed, or things about her have been changed by the story in a sense. So we don't necessarily know what is reality per se. However, all the residents seem to think that she used to live there until 10 years prior, when apparently her daughter drowned. And when her daughter drowned, that's when she left. However, in her reality, as at least what she's aware of prior to coming to Bright Falls, is her daughter's still alive. She was just on the phone with her before coming here. So like the story is adapting, trying to make it to where her, if it eventually takes hold completely, then her daughter will have drowned and nothing she can do about it, right? That past that's being rewritten and will become reality kind of thing. So she's trying to prevent that. So eventually she gets the clicker and starts heading back, and then during that time the cult of the tree attacks the lodge where they were taking base as FBI agents and where Alan Wake was. And Alan got separated from Alex Casey, so the other guy, and some weird stuff happened because like they attacked Alan in the lodge, and then he wakes up and then just everyone's like killed around him and he's soaking in blood. And I don't know, it seems to me to be that he might not be, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm wondering if he might not have actually escaped, but he might actually be Scratch, or maybe Scratch is within inside him. So Scratch is like a clone of him from what he says. But I don't know if he's actually a physical clone, which maybe he is, or maybe he's a, in something inside of Alan, like alternate, separate, multiple personality kind of thing. Maybe, not sure. Might not be. It might be just the separate thing. That's probably the default. And just as he was getting closer, quote unquote, to Scratch, he affected by that. It was hurting his head. Okay, so what happens? So effectively, the Federal Bureau of Control from the Control game, they come in and basically tell Saga Anderson and basically they've had the case transferred to the FBC from the FBI, and so it is no longer the FBI's jurisdiction, and basically told her to go home. So she's effectively going to go visit her grandfather and her uncle, which were written apparently by the story, which are the old Gods of Asgard band. So they're like a rock band. There's some really old fellows, and they were from the first game, and somehow she's now their relative. They have the same last name as well, Anderson. So that's kind of where we're at now. At this point, what she's going to do is she's going to go visit them. So I guess we're going to... I think this is going to be the funnest part of the game, to be honest. So I'm going to enjoy that. Oh, okay, we're right. Oh, phone call.
Hello?
Saga, it's Tor, your grandfather. About time you were coming to visit, kiddo.
How did you know I was coming to see you?
Never mind that. We have bigger problems. We're losing... Oh, fuck! Fuck you fucking hag! Fuck!
Shit. Something is off at that nursing home.
But yeah. So okay. So yeah, it's like fun. Okay. So with the tablet idea, at least, let me go with that. Is you know, that way I can maybe draw my own stuff and maybe get a little bit better at art stuff. I don't know if it, you know, I don't know. I probably shouldn't spend a whole lot into something that I don't know if I'll really enjoy it. So I might not, okay, so this is where I can switch reality. But I still want to do this. Okay, but, you know, it makes sense. I probably shouldn't, like, spend a whole lot of money for something that I might not really enjoy. You know, I might get a tablet and be like, this sucks. I don't want to sit here and try to learn how to draw. And then I would either have to turn around and sell it or just, you know, eat the cost and maybe keep it for small stuff. On the other hand, I don't think I want to get a small tablet because from what I can tell, it's going to mean a lot more zooming in really close to stuff on my screen to try to draw things. And then also it might be a lot more tiny, minute movements with the wrist and the fingers. And, you know, those kind of things like potentially could cause more, like, you know, carpal tunnel or stuff like that. So I'm thinking medium sounds like a good size. I wouldn't to go for a large one. No reason, I don't think, for that. And I mean, the Intuos Pro medium has some buttons on the side that would be nice to be mapping, but it's like almost maybe $180 more or so than the regular non-pro version. So it doesn't make sense to go for the pro one. So that's my thinking, at least. Okay, so for this though, the Tor Anderson and the other guy, so effectively they're like Norse gods. Okay, so they're a band, right? They're a rock band, a rock and roll band, and they basically have like the names of the Norse gods, and they have a very Nordic theme about themselves. And because they're in this area, you know, of Cauldron Lake, which has a tendency of turning fiction into reality, it's effectively that they've kind of created themselves to actually be the Nordic gods in a sense. So like supposedly one of them got struck by lightning and the other one tore his own eye out. So it's maybe not exactly that they are Norse gods per se, like actually, but they have additional abilities and stuff because of they've created that in themselves through the power of the Cauldron Lake. And apparently we also have some sort of additional power as well, and apparently Saga Anderson is I guess what they were saying, kind of a Nordic name. I don't know that I remember any god or goddess the name Saga though. I may be wrong. Also, okay, we still can't talk to the deer now. It's always annoying. I always like talking to the deer. Okay, I could switch to Alan's side of reality here. I'm not gonna do that for now. I think what we're gonna do, I think we're just gonna go and continue to experience this nursing home, and after this part, stupid wolves. Or the one. Okay. Okay, here's the thing that I think is kind of weird. I was looking at the the FPS counter, in my thing, and it just goes black. Like okay, now it's back. Like glitched out or something. Okay, let's see, where are we at here? Okay, so we're trying to make it to this. Okay, so apparently my understanding, and this is something that we apparently supposed to have learned from the Control game, is that Alan Wake's agent Barry went on after the events of Alan Wake 1, and he apparently just took up the Gods of Asgard's band, and basically they had another tour and like actually went out, did more songs again, and partied it up for the last 10 years. And then he used the money that they made to create this Valhalla nursing home for them. So this is apparently they own this whole area. So they own Valhalla, and that's, I guess, going to be where they live out the end of their days. So aptly named. Also, there's more Easter eggs here, apparently.
And another lunchbox.
Just then, I suddenly slammed into something that felt like a sturdy, well-built brick wall. I almost fell, but a strong arm grabbed me by the waist. I hardly knew what was happening. A voice reached through my confused, frightened haze like an outstretched hand. A gruff, manly voice, the deep, reassuring voice reassured me. Don't worry, young miss. I've got this. I looked up just in time to see the monster barreling through the forest at us. Just then, a blast. The monster went down like an elderly person who had lost their cane. I looked up at my savior and saw a handsome man with dark hair. He wore a stylish tweed jacket and held up a smoking pistol. Looks like I've got here just in time, he said. He smiled at me and my heart fluttered. Like a bird. I'll say, I thought to myself. The next one, the narrator. I don't know what you mean, the Stanley Parable? Is that what you mean? That voice? What do you say? I don't know. I don't know if I can. That's the thing. I don't know if I can do that. I can do like there once was a man named Stanley. But then after that, like, I don't know what his inflections would be beyond that, because I could be like, just then I suddenly slammed into something that felt like a sturdy, built brick wall. I almost fell, but a strong arm grabbed me by the waist. I hardly knew what was happening. A voice reached through my confused, frightened haze like an outstretched hand. A gruff, manly voice, a deep, reassuring voice, reassured me. Something like that. Don't worry, young miss. I've got this, the man said. I looked up just in time to see another monster barreling through the forest at us. Like that would be kind of what I would try to do. Something along those lines. I don't know where these fragments are going. Good manuscript. Yeah,
The Valhalla Nursing Home, founded in 2014 for Odin and Tor Anderson of the Old Gods of Asgard fame, for their twilight years. Built after the Return Comeback Tour, flip-flopped to be their farewell tour, cut short, canceled. As their agent, Barry Wheeler had managed to coax a few hit songs out of them before that. Balance Lays the Demon, a couple of others. The old men rocked like their namesakes. The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared, booze and drugs. A rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties.
Okay. So they apparently they're having a lot of fun. Oh, we got a lot of weapon. Okay.
I thought what we had was special!
Damage enemies that are stunned, blinded, or knocked down. Okay, cool. Increased reload speed. I think.
In one fluid motion, Saga cracked open the shotgun, sending the empty hulls flying over her shoulder, and slammed the new shells in faster than she had imagined possible.
Okay, and okay, it could either deal increased damage to enemies that are stunned and blinded, or I can't do that one. Hold the fire button to activate auto fire mode. This significantly increases the rate of fire. I don't really like that. Like, if we don't get that much ammo to make this worth doing, ever. Then there's this one. We could do bolts launched into enemies will attract bullets fired near them. That one I just don't understand. I mean, I understand kind of how it'll work, I think, but I'm not sure how well that'll work. And then hold the fire button to draw the crossbow further for an increased damage and a straighter arc. You know what? I might lean for this one. Hold the fire button to draw the. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. There's a few times like you can do a lot of damage, I think.
The crossbow back as far as she could. To her surprise, the latch adjusted to accommodate her. The next bolt would stop a monster.
opening today. But this makes me think that we might actually be halfway through, but on her side, not now. Okay, let's see any more case stuff. Yep.
Tor and Odin might know something about the clicker. With Rick out of reach, this is my best lead.
Okay. Do they know about, or was about to tell me something? I got a bad feeling that eventually they're probably going to go down in a blazing glory kind of vibe. That's going to be my guess.
I need to get the clicker to wake and close this damn case before my family gets dragged any further into it.
Okay. Who's involved? Okay, we know that Ilmo and Jaco involved. The cult kill Alan. Well, they said that they tried to kill him. I don't know if they were actually trying to kill him. I think get to it.
Sure.
Okay. Couple dashes. Couple more. Dollies go here. Dolly. The wise elder doll. Okay. Okay, Orion fan. Frightful? Okay. Yeah, we've got all the water area one. And be there. Maybe not miss, but nothing. It. Alright, tell you what, I'm gonna hit the tea kettle again real quick. That going and more tea, but might do is again try different tea. Also, I wonder if it might be getting it too hot. Something. That maybe that's what's going on. It's pulling the tan. Okay. Big Games tried to call me a little bit earlier. Every now and then he tries to hit me up on doing stream and stuff. Back into it. Okay. Where are we trying to go now? Okay. Colt stash this way. See, I don't know if I should go this way, go directly, or should I try going the long way? Nice to call it random. Yeah. Which is not, I mean, that doesn't really bother me that much. Just, yeah, there are times where I'm not able to. I mean, honestly, I don't really tend to have that many people randomly call me out of the blue anyway, so let's see. There are 200 total vehicles in factory consisting of bicycles and cars. Each car has 4 wheels and each bicycle. Okay, there are a total of 754 wheels in factory. How many cars are in the factory? Wait. Wait, we gotta do maths now. Wait. Do I have a good group of friends once more? Well, I mean, I don't know that we're a bit, you know, we're not a close-knit group, I guess, on really. I think there's kind of like, what is it? There's, you know, a couple of people who probably stick around when it comes to, like, the Vault Hunter stuff. But, like, some of them I kind of doubt will stick around too much more. Show you the math. Well, it's, okay, so it's 200 total vehicles in the factory. You have bicycles and cars. Each car has 4 wheels and each bicycle has 2 wheels. There are a total of 754 wheels in the factory. How many cars are in the factory? I see, that's the thing I'm wondering, because do we just assume that there's one bike? Right? Because well, okay, let me, like, it doesn't tell us like how many bikes are in there, right? It just says the total vehicles. So, and because I don't, maybe I'm wrong, I don't feel like there's an easy way to figure this. Okay, so, okay, 754 wheels. Let's divide that 700, or let's divide that by 200. That's probably not gonna actually get. Okay, no. It's divided by, let's do 4. So that's 188.5. So the okay, see, I'm making an assumption here. An assumption, so I think the problem that I have with this math problem, okay, right, is that we know the number of total vehicles, okay? We know that each car has 4 wheels and each bicycle has 2 wheels. That makes sense. But there's a total of 754 wheels in the factory. How many cars are in the factory? Well, we know how many, okay, so like, we could just look at what's the closest in a multi, you know, like what's the cleanest number that divided by 4 that's closest to 754 kind of thing. But that isn't, we don't know what the spread of bicycles to cars is, because for every car there could be 2 bicycles, right? That's what I'm thinking. Bike, we don't need to count the bikes. Well, I know, but that's the thing though, is that because we don't know how many bikes that there are, we don't have any way of knowing how many cars there are. But we know that if there's 4 wheels, that could be 2 bikes. We don't know if it's 2 bikes or if it's a car. I guess that's where my logic is. I feel like there's a little bit of a problem there with the wording. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot so I can stare at it with it. Game. Okay, so let me think here. So, I mean, okay, so if we do 754 and we divide that by 4, we get 188.5. So, I mean, if I do 752 and divide that by 4, that's 2 less, right? So we could assume that there's 188 cars and 1 bike. That would be, the answer is Twinkie. Yeah, see, I don't know. See, so you get what I mean though, right? So 200 total vehicles, We know there's 754 wheels. Well, if we're trying to figure out what's the max number of cars that could fit in 754, it's 188 cars. At minus 2. So it's 754 minus 2 divided by 4. But the problem there is that it says there's 200 vehicles. Okay. Okay, I think I see a little bit. Okay, so there could be 188 cars that could fit, but that's the problem. That's how we do it. No wait. So that's how we figured that out. Okay, so there could be 188 cars, but we know there's 200 vehicles. So there can't be just 188 cars. So there's more bikes. Okay. Trying to think. Alright. Try to do so if that's 8, okay, and then every car can be turned into 2 bikes, right? So we could take what number do we need? Go from 100 minus 188, that's 12, right? So we need 188 minus 6. I think. Okay, well, close enough. Yeah, that took a little bit. I still kind of guess. I think I was on the right track though. So effectively, once I knew it was 188 that all the cars could fit in, then we had to think, okay, well, we needed to get that number. We need to split the number of the one. How many cars could we split into bicycles to get the overall total number of vehicles up to 200? And apparently I was correct in my logic, but I forgot the additional 2 that I started with. So, because it was 188.5. So, that's why. Okay. I figured it out. Yay, math. We need to go bigger. More stick symbols, more graffiti. I want people pissing their pants when they think about going in the woods. Spread the word. Okay. My Joker impressions. Inventory is full. Oh no. Oh. Guess I gotta go back to that building over there now. Oh no. Want to get rid of probably the arrow, the charm, like the things that make. I do not like my Joker impression. There we go. We can find those. It's good. Yeah, sorry for typing Discord. No worries. Glad I was able to do maths. Ugh. I can imagine. I could imagine getting lost in that and being like, "Wait, what?" And not being able to figure it. Because I mean, it even took me a second there to figure out. Oh yeah. What the? Okay, we're going. Come on. Run, run, run. Gotta run.
Yes, I'm pressing the button, but it's not broadcasting. That green light is supposed to be red. Which light? This one here. Donna's grandson wrote for me, but I can't for the life of me.
Poor guy's going crazy, I think.
Yeah, green light. Which button did you press? This one.
Poor radio host guy.
That wasn't it. I'm gonna call Donna's grandson.
Hello?
Tapio? Sorry, I misdialed.
No, you didn't. I was still on the line.
Can we get Tapio off the line? I need to call Donna's grandson.
Must be all this rain botching up your connection. If it keeps up, that bunker out back could flood again. A girl drowned in that bunker last time it flooded.
No, that girl drowned in Cauldron Lake.
Wrong. That was the Anderson girl. Different girl.
Can we please focus on making the green light red?
What about this button here with the sticky note that says on off?
Yes, that's the one. Okay, let's press that and see if it...
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like again with the radio host guy, I mean he's got problems. He's like there's one girl that he thought was still alive that he's just said that he just met the other day, that everyone else, including the girl's father or the girl's husband actually, said that she's dead and been dead for years. Little things like that, and so he's starting to kind of, you know, act
There's another lunchbox.
aged, you know. So quite interesting. The storyline going on.
I was going to leave some cookies, but I was worried an animal would get into them, so I didn't. But it's the thought that counts, right?
Okay. Didn't really do narrator voice that, but narrating thing. Okay, so these are flooded areas that eventually we will be able to come back in. Oh, okay, so this might actually prevent me from going this direction in the first place, so I have to go back the other. Okay, good. FPS counter again, and AMD programs on black again. Oh yeah, it seems like it's not the greatest thing it keeps track of it. But I don't have this running through Steam. Steam always has like a FPS counter that it shows. I'm sure Epic has one. Also here in about 30 to 40 minutes. Oh, these guys. I hate these guys. Played cards. Okay. Dang. Sometimes running away is the best strategy. Oh, there's right here though. Oh, okay, yeah, I could have gone that way. Wait, what's wrong?
Tor and Odin claim to be my family. I know Logan and I never lived here. But I don't know enough about my family history to say they're not my relatives. Mom only ever said my grandfather was bad news. The less I knew about him, the better.
Oh. So, yeah. Might be the case then. That, maybe... okay, so... So, yeah, so it'd be one of their sons, effectively. Father. So that might be still the case. On. So that's where, again, Alan specifically, he has the ability to affect reality, but he usually can only can't. I think he's mentioned before, he doesn't necessarily create new thing. He can adapt things that already exist. So like he could take something and then change what it's originated from, perhaps. Or like maybe in Saga's case, she actually is related to these people, so it's not unheard of perhaps that she could have already been living here in the past and her child had drowned. But he didn't create her existence or her child's existence. So I want to go grab that tea. All right, let's see what our good old uncle and grandpa are up to. Turn 5. God. Coming.
Visitors, you know. I was just getting the. Oh, Saga?
Oh, how do you know it was me? I was hiding. What's Rose doing here? Rose was the girl who was in the diner and the very first of Alan Wake 1. But I could have sworn she got messed with the dark presence. I don't remember if she got fully possessed.
Hello,
though.
Rose.
She
Thought
was
I'd swing by, see
affected.
the family. Not a bad time, is it?
Oh, no. I was just, you know, tidying I'm so glad you're visiting again, Saga. But Odin and Tor can't see anyone today.
I was just on the phone with Tor. He invited me over.
Sorry. They had a little too much fun on our trip to Watery and need to rest.
I need an
Oh,
excuse
that's why
to
she
get
was...
in and talk to them. That's too bad. Okay if I say hi to the other residents before I go?
Sure. They always love visitors. Come on in. Not smart to be outside when the sun goes down.
I love the architecture. I always dreamed of living in a haunted Victorian manor.
You say that like it's your first time here.
Hey, look, it's the Alan Wake thing.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
You are strong, you are successful, you are confident.
This way.
Oh, I wonder if she's the one leading. Look, it's the Alan Wake poster. I thought Barry Wheeler took this out of the diner. From taking that. And also she was a fangirl for Alan. That would explain why she's leaving the stuff. Okay, that makes why she's like, oh, his big strong hands. Alan Wake's crime novels have become a sensation in the nation. Join us as we flip through the pages. The man behind the books. Oh, you know what? She might actually be one of his cult followers. Okay. Bad boy of fiction. I was wondering if you could help me. Longing internally will serve you pancakes. Were my muse all along, Rose. Naughty Alan. Be my light in the darkness. Okay, kind of weird. Yeah.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
So yes, as you can see, she had a little bit of infatuation with Alan. Okay. Up. Oh, okay, this is where they must do their exercising. Old people. Don't mind me. I'm just taking your bullets out of here. Valhalla Nursing of Old Folk. Yeah, I know, right? Valhalla Nursing Home was established in 2014 by the Old Gods Foundation, originally built in 1965 by an unknown architect of the Finnish filmmaker Thomas Zane. This manor is steeped in artistic history. I met Odin and Tor Anderson in 2012 in a strange trip that resulted in strange new friendships. I was honored to manage their band as they made their comeback, touring the country and producing revolutionary new music. However, all good things must come to an end. Valhalla is a place of rest. In that spirit, I hope this building will serve as a place where people can spend their golden years in peace and comfort. May it be a home to those who need one. Welcome to Valhalla, Barry Wheeler. Which is nice. I mean, he wanted to work with them and apparently, you know, help them out there. Help them be a little bit crazy, though.
Old Gods of Asgard. So Odin and Thor had a band and everything.
3 band members. I don't know if Ahti was one of their band members. He's another Finnish guy. Who's like really strange. He's from Control and he's showing up here. He I think he went on vacation in Control, and then yeah, he's just weird. The weird Finnish guy.
Oh,
Really awesome though. He was singing earlier.
here's some of our residents, or as I like to call them, our little Vikings. Look who swung by, everyone. Norman, clothes. Norman, we have a visitor. Where are your clothes?
I'm headed back to the sauna with Ahti.
I'm betting
Just
he'd probably
another
have been
day in
naked if
Valhalla.
not for the.
I should really get back to work, Saga. But feel free to
Wait,
spend some
Ahti's
time
in
with
here?
Aunt May and Norman here. It's good for them to have company.
Like a speed
Don't
shimmy
go to the here
neutron.
Need to find them.
Reminds me.
Do either of you know where I could find Thor and Odin?
That's like a copy instead of.
Odin is sleeping upstairs, but your grandpa's been acting crazy. Got electrocuted when he smashed the telephone.
Don't make up stories. Tor went loopy and smacked himself in the head with that hammer he's always carrying around.
Thor is hurt. Something's wrong with him. Was Thor hurt badly?
He never let go of that hammer when he got electrocuted. It looked like a bolt of lightning hit him. Wham! Zap!
Thank goodness Blum took the hammer away from him. It's not Tor's hammer, no matter what he keeps saying. Blum has his moments, even if he is a Russian.
Andy May, you can't say stuff like that.
That's some fascinating network, Mandy May. What's your inspiration?
Oh, I don't know. It is what it wants to be. Taking a break from making those little ornaments for Rose. Do you knit?
I dabbled when I was pregnant. Socks, mittens, the usual stuff.
Oh, how about knitting me some underwear?
One more crude remark from you, Norman, and I'll put this needle in your ear.
Let's see what this got. Board. Lefty. Mentioned she's been making them for. That's ornaments. Are those knitted? Hard to tell. Okay.
Ahti, this is your home. You don't need to keep cleaning. I take that novel.
Ahti.
I know you'll just find it again.
Old hag. Oh. Meaning you.
And you know Mr.
Ahti.
Blood doesn't like it when you take his work clothes. Why don't you go pick a song from the jukebox?
Yes, box Holy Ray. Just thinking about it makes my dance foot waggle. Oh, kyllä näin on.
Adi, he's so amazing. Man, he's like the only guy who's super familiar with walking through the oldest house inside of Control. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie, you're pushing me. Hey, that's kind of rude. Seems a little intimate. Oh, this is their song, yeah. From the Alan Wake 1.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the works the poet used.
This is actually a pretty important song in it. Guides your way.
Hello there. Saga Anderson.
Hey, Basin, name won't make the man worse. Even a
Maybe?
Swedish
Okay.
name. I'm Martin.
Oh, he's Swedish? Or I thought he was Finnish. Or is she? No, she's got a Swedish thing. The golden jukebox.
Anything good on that jukebox?
We try to do good, but only Prime comes out. Music from my Swedish brothers, old gods of Asgard. My pals, the Berkele Vikings. Berkele.
And for the
Do
Andersons?
you know where I could find the Andersons?
Oh, you can never know where. Only a seaman can know that. But even the seaman can't know everything.
Okay.
Thanks anyway.
Are you in the band?
Minäkö? No, no. Perkele saatana, en ollut en. Not so much sweet that it fills the whole stomach. But we have shared a stage or two.
Okay, so interesting. So he's not one of the gods of the old gods of Asgard, but Asgard, but
It's not good for you and hurry is
but he's
Eikö ole tämmöstä kuullut?
oh, now he's dancing. I wish I could understand what he was. Some of the words there, and like that. What is that? What is this? What is he saying?
Man gets sweaty when he eats, and he gets chilly when he works. Kyllä hyvin sanottu.
You said I've been here
You
before.
said I'd been here before. When was the last time I visited? Let's see exactly what she thinks she remembers.
Oh, it's been years. We were all so sad when you left. After the accident.
Oh, fuck this. My daughter didn't drown. You're remembering wrong. She's at home watching Night Springs with her father.
Mm-hmm.
It's useless. I need to stop the story.
Hey, why didn't you mention Tor was hurt?
Manny and Norman said Tor is hurt. Why didn't you mention that earlier?
Oh, you mean the little bump on his noggin? Oh, it's nothing. The residents like to exaggerate.
Uh-huh. I need to check Tor's room.
Sorry, Saga. That area is for staff only.
Cabin key. And why is she backing up? One more time. Ah, dear.
On greener pastures now.
Tell me, great dear, how many remain?
4 remaining.
Uh-huh. $2. Tell you what, we'll move. Build a little bit of stuff. nice. Not necessarily a safe room.
Very old.
Oh,
Government built a
that Pat
bunker here
Maine?
during World War II to watch the ocean.
I shouldn't interrupt him.
Axis navies and who knows what else. Ever since they sealed the bunker, it's been a hot spot for teens. The Ocean View Motel and Spa, they call it. Ironically, I believe. They go there to enjoy their beer and their vapes and electronic cigarettes. Ridiculous. The future is... So, the teens would drink there, do other stuff that isn't appropriate content for you listeners at home, but the bunker has a tendency to flood, especially during the winter.
This is Pat Maine.
A group of teens went down there one Saturday night and got a little...
Pat Maine radio show.
The teens noticed one girl, Nora Hesberg, was missing. They figured she just went home. When Nora's folks didn't find her in her bed the next morning, they called the police. The authorities, they searched the bunker and found poor Nora floating in one of the flooded passages.
Seems like he's...
She had her...
I mean, he's getting really old. At this point, you wouldn't move someone who does radio hosts
They still hear her singing
and then still allow him to be on the radio. I think.
Need to find the key.
Teens think the bunker is haunted. That doesn't stop them from going there. The police have tried to lock it up, but you know young people, they're persistent.
This is Tor's room.
Holy crap. Like a mess.
More moonshine. Was this a drunken rampage? This place is a mess. And Tor's not here. I need to keep looking.
Excuse me, miss, but you don't see me barging into your room while you're performing mental and physical strengthening exercises, do you? I thought not.
Kim?
Sorry. Don't mind me.
And now I have to start over.
Thank you. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna rifle through your drawers and look and see.
Breakfast is at 7. Tomorrow will be eggs, toast, grapefruit, orange juice, tea, coffee. Service
Okay, this is Odin's room.
Odin's in bad shape. He was drunk and watery. Or is this something more serious? That woman in the painting looks like Mom. Was I born here? Or is this more of the story?
Help him by shooting him? I don't know if that'll help him. Sea of Night. To drink from the cup of the wise one, for wisdom to be a seer. I gave up my eye, in the light of the moon to shine and see. The many worlds to madness and beyond. Across the dark dreaming sea, the branching paths of the tree. I gave up my eye so many times. We have lived and died and been reborn. We have met here before and will still keep on meeting. Where did I put the eye? For a time I gave it to Mimir to drink from the well of wisdom, cauldron. 76. I took it out myself to see, drank. 88. He who stands on the threshold took it from me. Threshold, that's the key word there. The time will come again to be writ again. Oh, he's saying that his eye is taken more.
Can you hear me, Odin?
I think they're succumbing to the darkness, something.
Odin Anderson? Can you hear me? I need to ask you a couple of questions. Odin? He's in no shape to talk.
And we gotta profile him, which effectively means doing this. I don't know what this is, but effectively we're able to find out information that we have no reason of knowing by using this.
Odin's in rough shape.
So she's able to see things that.
What happened to him?
These are our twilight years. There's darkness in the water. We have our little tricks. And so do you.
What's happening?
Oh,
It's
weird
never
old
felt
man.
this way before.
You're all grown up, Saga, dearest. And you're back just in time. The forces of darkness are eating away at us. We're too old and weak. You have the power in you, like all Andersons.
What was that? He wasn't a projection. Odin was really here. We were connected. Are they really my family? Is that why this is happening?
Okay. Cult photo.
I found a photograph of you with the cultists. How are you involved?
We're too old for this brand of crazy, but we'll drink with anyone who's offering. The cult's been on our asses to join for years, but we already have our band, and those damn fools don't know what they're dealing with. No wonder they want a pair of legends.
Tor and Odin are not part of the cult. The cult thinks there's something special about Tor and Odin. I'm starting to see it too. I've never connected to someone like this in my mind place before. How is this happening?
I was glad to answer your call. Vikings are born travelers. You are a seer. You can see the truth. But your grandpa will want to tell you more himself. Wouldn't want to steal his thunder. Tor is in danger. You can save him.
Is my mind place more than just a mental technique? Sometimes my mind place even baffles me. Is this the reason? Is there something more than intuition behind it? One thing at a time. Tor is in trouble. Once I help him, he can maybe tell me more. You said Tor is in danger. What's going on?
Darkness is drawn to the spark. Tor only thinks with his hammer, never his head. The Prince of fucking Darkness is making a comeback. Tor's marked by darkness. I can feel it. Is he in his room? It wants to take him, and then take me. Beware of Cynthia Weaver. Bad things happen in the wellness center.
Oh.
Don't let her drag him under, Saga.
Eventually succumb to it.
Refer to Scratch? Is Tor becoming taken? I need to find him before it's too late.
Yeah.
Stop this before more
Cynthia
people
Weaver
hurt.
was the Lady of the Light, basically, that was mentioned in their song in the first game. She was an old lady who would go around the entire town of Bright Falls trying to make sure that everyone was replacing their light bulbs and stuff. She was like preparing stuff basically for Alan Wake, because she was aware that she needed to give someone something to someone. It was a shoebox.
What can you tell
It
me
had the
about
clicker in it.
Cut off from Tom's lamp. It washed to the shore. Good work getting the light switch. The light switch is like an amp. You can play rock and roll without it, but you won't blow anyone away. Art, like Tom's writing, can change the world. But the light switch will crank that change to 11.
The clicker has the power to change the story. To save Logan. This confirms what Wake said. I can't let Scratch get his hands on the clicker. By Tom's writing, Odin must mean Wake.
That's one of the confusing things, is that they've always referred to Alan Wake as Tom. They used to know a person who's named Tom Zane, poet. However, it might just be that Alan Wake is Tom. Don't know.
The clicker makes Wake's writing change reality. Can I trust him with that much power? Not sure I have a choice.
Coffee's my taste buds, or maybe something to do with the water.
Tor is not okay. Something is definitely going on here. Oh.
All right. A little bit, but okay. So, oh, well.
The light bulb had blown. Meant to replace it days ago.
Cynthia there. How crazy she might be now.
This will put a smile back on your face, my dear.
Sorry?
With no sense of up or down.
She's one of them. There must be an overlap here somewhere.
Kill her next, I guess. Finally taken over. Hey. But okay. Oh, so this lady does the new. That's got the same symbol as Alan Wake's writing room. That one. Oh, Jaren the chosen architect. Hi Jay. Hey. Wait. What do you mean I could drink? I did drink. Red. But yeah, hey, welcome. I still feel like. No, something to do with my coffee. I don't know, or I don't know if it's the cup. I don't know if it's the water, but something smells off today. Really weird. J Games. Oh, you're J Games. Okay, sorry, I didn't recognize the name. Give me just a sec. I'm getting a phone call just randomly, so I'm probably gotta go put fish in the oven. Let's go with that. Fish in the oven. I'll BRB. But yes, hello. Yes, if you don't know anything about Alan Wake, highly recommend going back and playing the first game. A lot of stuff. Do Reels to the Ages by Shabnam Dabiri. There are teasers, tickles, and twisters. Note to self: hide the thing with a nice little riddle like this. Better than any actual lock. Oh, Get to the otter side by Reese Watts. 250 otter this world puns to help your conversation go swimmingly. But yeah, Alan Wake 1's a really pretty good one. It kind of sets, I think it actually works better probably to play that and then play the sequel. However, you can play the sequel without any knowledge of what happened in the first one. There is things, it kind of catches you up, I guess, a little bit. So there's that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We just had an old lady who was from the first game disappear right in front of us. That door over there right there has a swirl around it, which is a symbol that you see in, I don't know if you see it in Alan Wake 1, to be honest, but I know you see it in Control, and you also see it in this one, as in that's like a symbol tied to Alan specifically. So that's like the door to his writing room.